everyone, Brian Lee here at On the Level Podcast, powered by Metro Home Improvement. Today, I'm going to give you some tips that'll help save you in case of an insurance loss at your home. What I'd like to talk to you today about is the insurance industry and what happens if I have to make a claim. If I have a catastrophe at my house, a tree falls on my home, or my basement floods, or God forbid we have a fire. What are the steps that I need to take to get my home back the way it was before the incident occurred? So a couple of things that have to take place. First and foremost, if it's not a fire and it's not immediate danger, you just need to contact your insurance company and let them know, hey, I've had an issue at my home and I think I'm going to need to have work done, or I'm going to need a contractor to come out to my house. That's the first thing. You want to establish getting a claim number to start a claim and get that claim rolling, right? Because who wants to be out of their home for weeks and months and longer on end, right? So that's the first thing that would have to take place. Then secondly, who do you call as far as a contractor? Well, you would call a company like ourselves, Metro Home Improvements, where we specialize in the renovation and the restoration and the remodeling of a home. So once you give us a call, we come out and we help to navigate your whole entire claim process and to get you made whole with your insurance company. It can be very daunting. A lot of homeowners get very stressed out about it. And really, there's nothing to be stressed out about when you have a company like ourselves walk you through the process. Because of our vast knowledge and our experience, we can guide you through everything that you're going to need and get you through the pitfalls of what the insurance adjuster and the insurance company are going to ask and require from you. Once you make the call and we come out to your home, we want to sit with you and talk to you and give you some information and what we're going to need. Right off the bat, we would need a copy of the declaration page of your insurance, which shows what you are insured for and what your coverages are. So it'll tell us exactly what you have and what has been disallowed and it's not on your policy, because there are some riders that are put into insurance policies that homeowners really aren't aware of, because the agent is trying to help that homeowner save money on the initial policy, and they omit some items in it. And you should really, really know exactly what you have once you sign up with an insurance agent to protect your home. I can't stress enough that you have water backup coverage in your basement if you have a basement, such as a sump pump or a finished basement. You should really have coverages in case you have a catastrophe. God forbid if we lose power and your sump pump goes out and floods your basement. Most agents cover $5,000 to $10,000 in a policy as bare minimum. But if you have a finished basement with carpeting and you have drywall, you have moldings and trim and paint and furniture and all types of contents, that $5,000 to $10,000 will be eaten up in the first 30 minutes of getting there, because we have to figure out the cause and origin. And if we determine it's a sump pump, we have to get the sump pump replaced. We have to pump out the water, and then we have to start the drying process. And I don't know if you've ever called out a carpet or water extraction company, but it can be quite expensive and it can exceed $5,000 very quick. So when you're choosing an insurance, I like you to think in the back of your mind that, hey, if my basement's finished and I have a catastrophe, I'm going to want to have coverage in case anything happens, that it can be repaired and put back to the original state prior to the loss. So again, having that peace of mind by having the correct coverage does you a world of good at your time of need, which you will be at the worst point when you lose all of your items to water or to a flood, things of that nature, because you just really don't understand until you go through something like that. And then once you go through it, then you really grasp the situation and you're like, darn, I wish I would have had better coverages. So I stress to every homeowner, please talk to your agent and try to get those limits pushed up to a minimum of $25,000. And if the basement is professionally finished, try to raise that up higher, because you have to think in today's climate, remodeling a basement with bars and bathrooms and game rooms and theater rooms and golf simulators, all that, think about what you put into that. And then to have a loss, how much would it be to replace it? It could exceed it. So you want to have that coverage. I have homeowners that have $100,000, $200,000 worth of coverage because the basement is done just as beautiful as the upstairs. And they know at their time of need, if they have a loss, they're going to have to draw on that, and they're going to need that coverage to rebuild that basement just the way it was previous to the loss. Okay, so there's 3 things that you should do right away. Previous to any loss, and if you're watching this will educate you. First and foremost, finished basements, pick up the phone, call your agent, and talk to your agent about increasing your coverage. That's number 1. Number 2, if you've got a lot of contents on the floor or a lot of things laying around, right? Be proactive, hang up things, put them away. So if you do have a water loss, they're not laying on the floor and you won't sustain a lot of damage. And then number 3, I tell everyone this: no one sits and prepares for a catastrophic event. Nobody does. But at the time that it happens, you're scrambling looking for a contractor. So I tell everyone, search around, do your homework, and look for contractors in your area who may be available in case something like that ever happens to you, and you've got their number at your fingertips. Thank you for liking, watching, and subscribing to all of our content. Keep an eye out as we upload more videos on a weekly basis to all our social media platforms.